Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Kuba Gajewski. I'm from Asbury Investors London, where we stream our live interview with our special guest today. But before I show him to you, I would like to ask you to let us know in the comments if you hear me, if you see me. I see some reactions, some hearts and likes. So yeah, I think that someone is commenting already. Yeah, so let me know in the comments if you can hear me, if you can see me. I'm gonna share our live to more people in the meantime. Let us know who watches. Okay, Emilia says yes, all is great. Adam, hi there. Hi, Adam. Emilia, Adam, let us know from which part of UK are you watching us. Oh, hello, Magdalena, Sylvester, Natalia. Yeah, we have already 5 people. Let us know, please, which city are you right now, which part of UK, and who of you will be with us on Saturday. Hello, Greg, how are you? Yes, today I am here instead of Greg. Greg is on the break right now, so he can watch us from outside. Let us know, please, which city. Yes, Bristol represents. Adam is from Bristol. Beautiful city. We used to organize one event in Bristol. It's great. Oh, Greg, we love you. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Lots of positive energy. So let us know. Yeah, Sylvester is from who. Let us know who is gonna be with us on Saturday on our event in London, Heathrow area. And yeah, I'm gonna share our event to all the places, all the groups, and we are gonna start. Oh, Natalia, hi from London. I am in London right now as well, so it's not far away. Okay, we have already a couple of you on our live, so let's start. Today, we are gonna run an interview with our special guest, with our speaker on the event on Saturday, Dawid Dowbusz. Dawid is an investor. He's doing his business. He's investing in the north of England. I will tell you about him, in short, because I think that it's better to introduce yourself. So that started from houses, HMOs, then converted to development. Right now, he is running projects, big projects, which are between 30 and 57 flats in Northern England, as I said. So let us know, what do you do? What do you do in properties? What do you do in business? Because maybe you don't have your investment, so we would like to know about you more. So right now, I'm gonna add our intro, and after the intro, we are gonna start interviewing our guest, Dawid Dowbusz. Show must go. Hello, Dawid. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much. I'm just going to say hello to Magdalena because I didn't notice it before. So during the intro, I could see it. Magdalena, nice to see you too. So yes, we've got our guest on our live interview. Dawid, if you could tell us more about you, a couple of words. What is your background? What is your story? And who you are?
If it's about this story, I came to this country in 2012, straight away after I finished my university, and I have only £300 in my pocket to share with my wife and me. So that was like between both of us. So I start my journey from just trying to survive, looking for a job to pay the bills, and lucky for me, I start working in fabulous place, a green core factory, sandwich factory, which was basically good for beginning, good for me to settle. And from that point, I quickly figured out this is not the place where I would like to stay for the rest of my life. And I was looking for some kind of inspiration. And one day I went to the bookshop. I asked the seller to give me some books like which can help me out in business. So I was not even thinking it's going to be properties. And he showed me three kind of books. One was some kind of economic. Another one was Steve Jobs, and the last one was Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And that one was the last one was very thin. So I decided maybe I'm gonna start from that. And so the journey start from reading simple book, and then I was just developing myself to find also some kind of property meetings, listen to people who have some experience in that matter. And I start my journey from buying first house in 2014, and from 2014, in about 2 years and 1 month, I got already my first 6 or 7 houses, and I left the job. And from the day when I left the job, everything was like snowball effect. It was like just skyrocket. It was like skyrocket, and it went well. From that time, we went to today, and today I have around over 20 different kind of LTD companies. Most of them are dealing with the properties. For example, a renovation company, letting agency company, deal sourcing company, development companies. So thanks to basically passive income, I will not call that 100% passive, but thanks to the passive income, I create a huge portfolio of properties, nearly 50 properties. Most of them are HMOs. And thanks to the cash flow, I could expand my other ideas, like building new businesses, which many of them have some troubles at the beginning, that there was creating some losses. It's like some kind of advice, for the people who like to start as entrepreneurs a new business. They need to think about that 9 of 10 businesses will fail, and only 1 of the 10 will survive more than 10 years. And when I was creating my own businesses, they also create losses, but thanks to the passive income from the properties, I could still run them till they reach the point where they start earning money for themselves, where they've been profitable. So basically it's over 20 LTD companies, and quite a lot, well, maybe not a lot, employees. Around 40 people are working for me full time, plus obviously some people who doing jobs like B2B, like architects, solicitors, mortgage advisors. So I'm not including them. I'm just including people who working full time for me. And the biggest projects which we are aiming to do now, it's one of them is 20 flats in Scunthorpe next to the town hall, and another one is in Sheffield, close to the city center, for 57 flats, and also gym and the big office. The office will be for my own use. So so basically that's it. And also I create that organization where we found and met so many fabulous people, and that helped me a lot to expand quicker and to build a network of people with ambitions and who want to work hard. So that was like a rocket fuel.
Let me stop here because I think that we've got you here because some of you who see us first time and think, what is Zero Investors? So could you tell us more about the beginning of this organization, why you started it, and what was the mission, and how it looks like right now in your case?
So So the organization, the idea came out one day when I was working as a fully employee. When I was a fully employee, and I was not happy where I was that time. So I decided like it would be nice to start gathering people who think in the same way, and who want to do something more than just stay for the rest of their life in same place, same job. So I remember I start my first meetings. I decided to do them for two reasons. In Polish, first of all, was that there was not a lot of competition in Polish in this country, and there was like huge competition of meetings, different kind of meetings, property business meetings, which are run by native people over here in English. And so that was the one of the things. And another one, to be honest, I didn't feel even enough comfortable to run them in English because maybe because of my accent and because I'm not native speaker. So I have lack of confidence to do things like that in English.
Yeah, but you are brave to tell about it. So you are brave at the end of the day, and I think that my English is not perfect as well, but during this, let's say, journey in UK, I found out that what is important, what value you brings, not what accents you have, or if you say everything properly, in the grammar, from the grammar side. So I know that you have lots of value. So I think it's important for you to grow and go to the English market as well, not to help yourself, but to help people who think that they can do things which you do right now. Because a couple of years ago, so maybe let's say 10 years ago, you came here, and there is plenty of people right now who came here like you to UK with 300 pounds in the pocket, and they might think the same, that they are not enough to do the business in the UK, and you are an example that you did. Even if you are not born here, you could come here and do what you did. So you're a great inspiration. If you can let us know in the comments what book was a game changer is in your life, and who of you recognize Dawid already, and who of you see him first time. So so you started this organization, and how it looks like right now in Sheffield, because we know that I know, so all the people know it as well right now, how situation looks like right now in Sheffield, in your club. How many people attend your meetings? Is this 20, 30? How it looks like?
It's still run in Polish, and I think it's like a great success because when we start first meeting was like around 10, maybe 15 people was attending, and now Polish people are a minority over here. There is like around 68 million people on this island, and maybe half a million they are Polish. So last meeting we have 420 people, and only that we couldn't have even more. Well, we could have even more, but the facility, the hotel, will not fit more than that. So basically, we have more than the hotel was even able to maybe not more, but we couldn't fit any more people than we have. So basically, it was like maximum limit for that. And the way how we do the meetings, like we do them in the round tables, because we want people to feel connections in each table with one of which between each one of other, so they can talk to each other, and not sitting just like in single chairs. And it's different kind of conference where people are building connections, not just coming over to listen to speakers and then coming back to home. So building that network is the main part of the events.
Okay, so before we finish this topic, what is the greatest value which you took from networking? You spend time, you spend energy, you spend money to organize all of those events. I know that you organized 5 events during the year, so it's lots of work. What is the value which you take from it?
Well, it will be few. First, most of my employees are from those kind of meetings. So I have people who very ambitious people who helping to grow me, but basically I also help them to grow. And then another fact is speakers who I invite. That usually those are like property developers or business owners, and whenever I invite someone, I spend with them a couple of days, and I can listen to their stories. I can listen to their problems and solutions which they use to deal with something. And many times, I can be in the same situation or similar situation, and I can learn from someone else's mistakes, or I can find new tools how to help my businesses to grow. So basically, it's about who you know and what those people also know. They can pass that knowledge direct to you, and you can save a lot of time, stress, and money, knowing that from people who already been there. So those are most important things I took from those kind of conferences. And still, I'm attending many conferences now, in English as well, in UK, in also in Poland. So basically, I think every month I am maybe from at least one, sometimes two, or even three different kind of conferences. So even after so many years, I'm still attending different kind of conferences, because you never know who you're gonna meet, or you never know what you're gonna learn. For me, there is one sentence might be enough, because after so many years, when I'm still attending them, I know like 99% of what people are saying, but at least one thing new will be enough for me.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And coming back to your conferences, I've got to say it. You invite really, really famous and rich people from Poland. They're not from here maybe, but they achieved great success in Poland as well. So lots of entrepreneurs. You had even have I think it was a billionaire in Polish, so it will be like half of billionaire in pounds, let's say. So it's great. And also you mentioned Polish conferences, which we attend as well. You attend more of them. I was with you last time in Poland. There is really, really high level as well, and lots of wealthy people in this society. And yes, so tell us right now, coming from networking, which you organize, you have the value. So for everyone who is thinking, is it worthy or not? I think that if people on your level, so people who, let's say, build 57 flats, I think that you can just do your job.
I haven't built them yet. We just got planning permission, and that's in the progress.
Yeah, you are in the progress, but you could focus on this project, let's say, and it could be your life project. You could just close the doors and not meet any other people, but you still do it. So there has to be a value. So coming from networking to properties, could you tell us what is your view? What is your opinion? We know that there are only opinions. You don't know 100% facts. You don't have a monopoly for the truth. So what is your opinion about the market right now, and what opportunities and risks do you see right now in investing in properties?
Well, so last year I talked about that I'm assuming in 2023 there will be price drop, and it start end of the 2022. Basically the average price in UK of properties drop, and then beginning of 2023 also the prices drop. After that, some of the banks they offer it that you can buy a house with 0% of deposit. So basically, we've been in similar situation in 2008, where the banks was like giving money, left and right, and so today that situation stopped. the fact the price of properties was dropping. So we can see now from last few months the prices start slightly going up again. But basically, it's everything about the economy. Today, Great Britain is spending more than the government, the country earns. So that's not a good thing, and it might create future problems to the economy. Another fact is the taxes are going up for the companies. So basically, if we all gonna spend more on taxes, then or maybe also on interest rates, then the properties will start dropping, because if the companies have less money, they
Mhm.
will they will spend less on investment, they will spend less on new employees, and basically things like that are slowing down the economy. If the economy is slowing down, the prices of properties will not go as fast as they was going in the past. But in long term, definitely for 100%, uh, pri- property prices will still rise. Um, the reason of that is the population will is still growing, and the predictions for that are that in 2050, around 2050, there will be over 70 million people over here. And
Mhm.
another important fact is that there is many restrictions in UK to build new houses. You need to basically, it's hard to find a land, because we have things like that, like for example green belt, where you're not allowed to build new houses, and you got areas where they don't want new houses, so it's hard to find new lands to build the houses. And most of them are like, just they're not flats, they're houses. In other countries where there is not enough land,
Mhm.
uh, you building like skyscrapers, you building block of flats, and then mm, when it's when there is not enough land, it's not a such big problem, because you're building like a whole block of flat, and which doesn't need so much land. And over here, houses are still very popular. You can see now in city centers they building more block of flats, but that still is not enough. The government wish it's only a wish. They would like to see over 300 new thousand of new houses. But basically, this year
Mhm.
developers will build maybe 120,000, which is like one third of it. So that's another factor which might bring the prices up. There is a huge demand, but not enough properties are getting built. So there are factors which some of them will drop, well, will have an effect on the prices, that the prices
Mhm.
will drop, and others have opposite effect, which can push properties to raise the price. So basically, in long term, definitely the property prices will go up. In short term, that maybe there will be a chance for another drop, but that I will not see like massive discount. If people thinking they can wait, like for 50% discount, 20-30% discount, I don't think they will get that. And I know many people who after 2008 hasn't bought any properties, and they will say like, I'm waiting for new crisis.
Mhm.
So the basically property prices raised by a lot. Average property price was around 168 in 2008,
Mhm.
and uh, in 2022 it was like 267, something like that. So even if the properties will drop by 10%, 20%, it's still not going to be nowhere near it was in 2008. But some people still waiting, and they thinking like they will have a chance and opportunity to buy a property like it was in 2008, and that will not happen.
Yeah, and you mentioned keywords, so crisis. Crisis. This is a topic of our events. Crisis is a risk or opportunity. So, guys, if you watch us, let us know in the comments. What do you think? For you, crisis is a risk or is it a opportunity? How do you approach this topic? And David, if you can tell us, I know that you have great economic and historical knowledge as well. So I can't leave it. I need to use it right now to bring value to our guests. Could you tell us what do you think about recession, about crisis right now? How do you see not only in properties, but how do you see the world in 1-2 years, and what risks and what opportunities do you see? To not be too much positive, let's talk about both sides of this coin.
Well, it depends who you are. If you are a person who have savings, who have steady income, the crisis is someone just wrote it down. Yeah, it's a shopping time, and the gentleman who I invite, Zbigniew, who bought an island in Gdańsk from Spanish corporation for really huge discount, and he built hotels and apartments over there, and he bought that in 2008, something like that.
For disrupting,
so this creates a great opportunity for him, and it's every time exactly the same. Rich people are getting richer, and poor people are getting poorer, because look, with the inflation, your savings are dropping with value. You can buy less products and services for same amount of money. Where with me, when I'm using mortgages, I'm leveraging myself with money from the bank. I need to give it back. For example, £100,000, and today for £100,000, for example, I can buy in the north a house, for example, 2-bedroom house today, and in maybe 10, 20, 30 years, I will be able to buy for £100,000 a garage. And if I have that mortgage on interest only, it can be like maybe 1 year of someone labor. Maybe it's going to be 1 year minimum wage. Yeah, because if you look on the past, for example, in 1952, people was earning money, wages in pounds and pennies. Today, no one is earning like daily for day. Like, you don't earn for day work, you will not get pennies. You will get, for example, I don't know, £100 for 8 hours, yes, for example. So you can see how much money is losing its value. Basically, money is trash. Cash is trash. So we need that cash to buy some kind of assets like property, but not property like huge villa where we will have massive mortgage to pay. Properties like investment properties, can be single let, HMO, service accommodation, commercial, whatever property which is paying off its mortgage and also making you earnings. So those kind of things are good investment. Those kind of things are assets, not like car where you need to pay off for the car, and car every year is losing its value. So some assets are going up with the value and also putting money in your pocket, and those kind of assets are worth to invest and steady, keeping the cash, which every day is losing its value. For example, I know few millionaires which have some savings in their accounts in millions of pounds, and they calculated how much they lost in last couple of years just because of inflation, and how much they could have if they will keep that in properties, gold, or other kind of assets. So yeah, this is the thing which we'll need to decide what we want to do. Like you want to keep the money in the bank, in the account, it's just going to its value. If you're gonna invest it if you're going to invest that money wisely, then then that money can work for you.
I see your point. Yeah, and keep the value.
Money work hard for you.
Yes, exactly. You can slave them. So Emilia said that crisis is a shopping time. Yes, this is true. And Adam asks about guys, what do you think the APR will look like in the next 18 months? So I think he means base rates.
I believe from 2012, 2025 is going to definitely start dropping. But what we can see now, Bank of England on last hearing, they didn't raise the interest rate, so they stop it at this moment. But that doesn't mean that definitely they will not raise that in near future. They will see, are they going to be able to control the inflation? And the most important thing is just to spend less. We as a common people, we know if we're going to spend more than we earn, we might be in trouble sooner or later. And if you're going to see people on the top, the government, I think they don't understand how this works. Everyone wants to win the votes, everyone wants to win the election, and decisions what they're doing are not always the best decision for us in long term. So what they're supposed to start doing, they're supposed to start spending less money and maybe cut some spendings. I know no one wants to, no one likes that, because, for example, imagine you have kids and basically you're giving them pocket money every week, and one day you're going to tell them like, listen guys, from now on you will get half of it, or from now on there will be no pocket money, you need to get yourself a job, you need to go to the job, you need to get some work done to earn money. So basically when your kids used to life like that, where you always provide them with the cash every week, they will be not unhappy, they will be not happy, they will be probably unhappy. So in short term there will be some anger, but in long term it's going to help your budget, and it's going to help them to get some work, to get some job. So that's
how do you see the base rate in 18 months as
I think in 2025 definitely gonna start dropping. Maybe now it's gonna be just steady like it is, no raise, no drop. And like I said, the Bank of England, the government, they will watch what will be the situation in the economy, and everything can happen. Everything can happen. We are in the situation where there is a war in Europe, and things like that. If they're going to cut the gas, cut the oil, it will bring the prices again up, because everything, it's also reliable from the energy. If energy is going up, everything is going up, because the transportation of goods is going up, the production of the goods is going up, the standard of living is going up, because you need to heat your house and you need to use also the electricity. So there is many things which are going around the world. You got OPEC, you got another organization, BRICS, which is China, India, Russia, South Africa, and other countries want to join. So there is like many things going around now, and any of those things can spark another difficult situations for the British economy, and they will need to react to that situation wherever they're going to be at that spot.
Yeah. So answering this question, Adam, I share.
I believe in 2025 definitely the IPR will drop.
I share the same opinion, but we never know. You can't bet on it 100%, because as David said, there is lots of things which might change. So guys, tell us if you have any questions to David. Write it in the comment. We have a couple of more minutes, so you can use this time, you can ask him questions. and use his knowledge and experience in properties and in life, and his knowledge in history, economic things as well. Yeah, you mentioned.
I think it's learning history. It's helped me quite a lot because you know me privately, and even when I didn't know nothing about cryptocurrency, I could make some money. It was like £400,000 profit, where I invest only £65,000, and I didn't know anything about the cryptocurrency. I just knew how the economy works, and how the market works when people uh, are feeling confident in something, and the prices will then rise, and
Mhm.
when fear is coming, then the prices will drop. So lucky for me, I sold most of cryptocurrency, and I make money from it.
Yes.
And I know many experts who spending their life with cryptocurrency, who lost their savings. So mm, just from observing, I make the decisions which was successful. And you can do same exactly, in the property market. Like I said, so last year, I was saying, and you can find that on YouTube or somewhere else, but it's going to be in Polish.
Mhm.
Uh, and I was saying, like,
Polish to
uh,
what?
when people ask me, when do you think the property will start dropping? So I says it's going to be end on 2020, 2023, but I didn't know for how long and how much. I thought it's gonna be, the drop will be bigger than it was. But then, like I said, the banks step in,
Mhm.
and they offered some kind of mortgages where you can buy a house with zero deposit. And it's not so easy because not many people are getting them. That's another fact. Not many people are getting them. So many people run to the market, and they start offering and bidding the property prices. So probably for at least certain amount of time, uh, they raised the prices, because people who could have a mortgage, they had to fight with them, to get
Mhm.
a property. So they made that mm, fake rise, I think, because because there is a chance, if then those people who have zero deposit, they still can't get a mortgage, because maybe they're not earning enough to cover rates.
All the
uh,
costs.
it's still a chance that the market will drop, for example, in next few months. So
Mhm.
there is a chance, but I will not see like huge drops.
Yes, so yeah, it's there is a chance, but yeah, we'll have to experience everything to be sure. It's hard to say something. Before I go to the question, because we have one question and one answer from Adam. You mentioned Zbigniew, who built a huge hotel in Poland. There is a spa, there is a, I think, fitness center. You can go there in the winter and just spend time inside, and you will have everything what you need for a luxury life. And the funny thing is that it is Radisson Red in Poland. I think that probably the best one. So we also organize our events in Radisson Reds. The information about this Radisson Red is, I didn't know it, but this is the biggest one. There is around 1,000 rooms in this hotel. And the funny thing is that there is no rooms available right now. So if you plan to come to us, if you bought your tickets, if you wanna stay for a night, unfortunately there is no option to book a ticket. Book a night in this hotel, but you can find hotels around. This is information which I wanted to share with you. You can find more information in the link in the comments. Link is somewhere below us. Emila asks you, David, do you plan to invest in London and in Poland at all?
Definitely not in Poland. It's not the place I'm looking forward to invest. Maybe I don't know what's gonna future gonna bring. I don't know what's gonna happen in 10 years, but basically, I feel 100 times more confident in on this island. And basically, even when the governments are changing things. Uh, we know that it's going to happen, but we have time to prepare, like 3, 4, 5 years.
Mhm.
It's called vacation legis, if I'm spelling them right. And so, it's also about the stress. I don't feel stress doing businesses in the UK, investing in the UK. And there is no red label like taxman or anyone else who will just raid me and just to try find something. Maybe I gonna do something wrong, or maybe he gonna find some kind of mistakes I did, just to give you a fine, a penalty. And so also about things like that, about stress. In Poland, I think when you run a business or investments, it's like a lot of stress to to do things and to do them successful, because there is much more problems on daily basis than it's over here. So uh, I have enough money to to feed myself, to feed my family, and to spend time and have some pleasure with my family. So I don't need all the money in the world. And even if now there will be some kind of great investment and opportunity in Poland, I will not will to do any moves to have a business in Poland. Definitely not for now. And in London, it's today it's just too far away from me. Don't know what's going to happen in future, but now we are focused to expand 1 hour from Sheffield, around Sheffield, also including Nottingham and including Manchester. So those are places where we are expanding. Sheffield, Nottingham, and Manchester. So for now, I'm focused more in the north.
Mhm.
But like I said, I don't know what's the future gonna bring. London, I think it's more interesting if you do new build developments. You can earn much more of selling houses like that than doing new build in the north. But the north is have better yield if you invest in properties, rental properties. So depend what kind of strategy you have. Development better in the south, London, Bristol, Oxford, and rental property north is the king.
Yeah, so it all depends, because yes, I think that's it's hard to ask you, because you are an expert in properties in the north. You can make money here, so you are not looking for anything more, or more risky for you, because if you don't know the area, it's more risky than in Sheffield. And I think that's Sheffield, Manchester, Nottingham. This is a triangle which covers similar area like London. So this is your private London in the north. Emilia asked about investing in Dubai or Cyprus. So I think that.
Also not. I've been in Dubai 5 times, and I don't see this place as a amazing opportunity property places. Well, I saw like many new build hotels and apartments, but I've been there 5 times, and most of the life is in only few places. And I don't know who is buying them, but those apartments. But I think like investors from all around the world, and I'm strong. I strongly believe most of them are standing empty, because I don't see so many people around there, and there is really huge amount of apartments and hotels. Even when I've been in one of the most popular places, with huge, beautiful hotels, I was walking through the beach and there was like no tourists, no people. So
Mhm.
there's like only few places where you can see tourists, where you can see people, but then other places are like just dead. And I think many investors, like investors from all around the world, buying houses and apartments in London, and they keep them empty. I think it's exactly the same in Dubai. So it can be some kind of bubble. Well, I might be wrong. I might be wrong about that. And Cyprus also, I'm not interested in Cyprus. In last crisis, people who have their businesses accounts there was like huge problem with the banks, and they basically, you can say, they stole 50% of people's savings. Like they call it tax, well, some kind of saving tax, because they had to save the banks. Banks been in big trouble, and from one day to another, they took 50% of people's savings. So I feel more comfortable in UK, even when it's not perfect. I still feel it's more secure than other countries. So when it's all about the investments, uh, today I don't know what's future gonna bring. Then if it's the future not gonna look bright, then I'm gonna react. But for today, I still prefer Great Britain.
Yes, that's great. So, Emila, I think that it all depends on your situation, whether you invest in properties already, whether you are looking for the best market for you. If you are still looking, it's good to talk with people like Dawid, who are experts in exact area, because it's I think it's hard to say something about the area which you don't invest at all. And comparing London to the north, I had a conversation about it a couple of times yesterday with people in London on the networking events, and they were asking about the north as well. So yeah, I think that it's better to do rental in the north because returns are better. But sometimes people from London, they operate with capital between 1 and 10 or more £1 million. So yeah, they are still interested in something bigger than one house in the north, because they will have to buy 10 houses instead of one in London to get the return. So yeah, I think that it's great that we have two markets in one country. London and the rest of England are two different markets, I think. Okay, so Dawid, let me ask you last question from Adrian, and we are gonna finish with this question. So Dawid, what was the biggest challenge on the beginning of your property journey, in a couple of sentences?
Well, there was many challenges. I need to think now what was the biggest one. It's hard for me to decide which one of them was the biggest challenge. There was different kind of fears as well, where you don't, for example, have enough knowledge, experience. And for example, I was very afraid to start doing properties like HMO properties, and I was thinking like it's gonna be same in Poland, like people complaining about people from city council or the tax people, and I was afraid of that going to the next step. But soon I learned things like what you need to do is just okay. It's like an easy thing. So I was afraid, basically because I have lack of knowledge. So I was afraid doing bigger things where you need to think about conditions, regulations. So I was afraid of that going next step. But it's like dark forest. You are afraid of dark forest because you don't know what's in there. But as soon you will find out, you will explore this forest, then you will lose that fear because you will see there is no bears, there is no wolves, and you need to afraid of anything about that dark forest. And same was over here. Like lack of knowledge was creating the fear. And other challenges, there was many challenges. Some of them was like obviously with renovation companies. You need to secure yourself because there is many dodgy people who will try to take money of you, not providing the service they promised. So renovation companies and business partners, I have few wrong decisions where I just believe what people are saying because why they will lie to me. We're going to do joint venture, so why you would like to lie to me? In my common sense thinking is like if you lie your business partner, it's definitely the truth gonna come out. And I have some business partners who was pretending that they are millionaires, and I gave them shares of my company for free. Just for promise, but promise was like in word. So I gave the shares of the, for example, company which owned some asset like asset, like for example land, and they never brought cash into the company. So they got shares for none, without giving anything to just a promise. And so that was like very silly, like, because I knew them many years, I trust them. I don't want to judge them. Is it like, did they did that in purpose, or they did that because they have some troubles and they didn't got their money? End of the day, I had to bought the land from myself, so I create a new company and I bought it back again. That was like ridiculous. That was like ridiculous. It's honestly, it's really funny story. And so yeah, there was few things like renovation companies, fear from lack of knowledge, regulations, and sort of so yeah, kind of things like that. And wrong chose well, when I chose the wrong business partner. So there was like quite few things, and I can't tell which one was the biggest challenge. I think maybe even.
All right. Thank you for the answer. Hello, Alexandra. Alexandra says hello, gents. All right. So yeah, I think it was our last question. If you have any other question to David, just type it in the comments, and I will ask David to answer it after the live. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I'm not gonna hold you here for a long time. Before I ask you last question from me,
There was already last question last time.
Right
How many last questions there will be?
Personal question from me to you. So yeah,
today. Yeah, thank you.
Today we have Tuesday. On Saturday we are gonna run our conference in London. Sorry, Radisson Reds, London Heathrow. If you want to find out more about it, you can follow the link. Link should be in the comments right now. And yeah, David, tell us, just in few sentences, for real right now, how do you feel that it's worth it to come to our event, if you think this way, obviously.
Yeah, I'm coming because I'm gonna get free dinner, so for me definitely worth it. Travel all the way from Sheffield to London, and it's always worth it because you never know what you don't know. So you can come over to event like that, and if you're gonna see, you can hear one sentence which can change your life basically, or can help you to expand your business, or it can give you a new idea for for future investments, or anything. Maybe you're looking for even to get a good job. Maybe you can meet some entrepreneur and you would like to work for him, to learn from the person like that, to find your private mentor. So depends where you are. Depends of that, you can have different kind of benefits. And for me, there's always two factors, the most important thing. That one is to meet other entrepreneurs, which I can also learn from them. That's one of them. And second is learning all the time, because the world is always going forward. If you're not gonna follow the world, and you're gonna stand in one place, one day you're gonna wake up that you're gonna be miles behind anyone else. So if you don't want to stay behind, one thing you need to do for rest of your life is always have open mind and learn new things.
Yeah, so this is what I really admire in your person, that you are smart, you are on this certain level already, but you still have opened eyes and open mind for new ideas. And I think this is the reason why you keep yourself on this level and still developing step by step. So for everyone who feels what David said, feel invited to our events. You can find the link. I see that there is a code, 10% discount with code David10. So if you use this code, you can take 10% discount. We already see the list. We already know who will be on this event. I can assure you that the people who are coming are really, really well developed, open-minded. So if you feel that you are such a person, feel invited. I just gonna tell you quickly about our speakers. So you can see speakers behind me. We have from the your left, Magdalena and Leon. They are gonna tell us more about AI tools in marketing. We have Tom Smith. He's coming to us from Belfast, and he will tell us more about business scaling, about habits which can help you be successful. We will have Simon Zucchi. This is, I think that it was the first person from British market which I approached in properties, and I've read first book in properties in UK. It was from Simon Zucchi. We have Ranjan Bhattacharya. It's a judge in Property Elevator. It's something like a Dragon's Den in properties in the UK. We have Vanish Patel. Vanish Patel has a great story. You need to meet him in person because this is a guy who followed his name. He did great things in London and then he vanished. And then we have, who is this? Dawid Dowbusz. Yeah, there is a guy, Dawid Dowbusz. David, do you know him? No. Yeah, so we
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. So we are going to London to meet David first time face to face, and we have James Adams, who is developer from Bristol. So as you see, we have people from different parts of UK, and this is intentionally because I want to have as many points of view on the market as we can. So yes, Jacek, hello from Manchester. Hello. Unfortunately, we have to finish right now. So let us know in the comments who will be with us. Let us know if this live was worthy for you. If you see value inside, we'll be grateful for sharing, for commenting, and sharing with your friends who can also learn from David. Thank you very much again. Thank you, David, for your time. And yeah, you're free right now.
And I will see you on Saturday. Take care, guys, and all the best.
All the best. Take care. Bye.